Good afternoon, private practice success community. Welcome to the afternoon walk. It is Monday, and I must say I had a very confused moment just after leaving the apartment, because the first thing I do when I go on my afternoon walk is I check my rings and I check how many steps I have done for the day. Because my goal is to do 10,000 steps every day, Monday to Friday. I always get there on a Saturday and Sunday because I'm very active with the boys, with the family, going to the beach, doing all the things on the weekends. So those just happen, but I have to actively work at it during the week. And when I looked at my rings, my steps, I had already done 10,000 steps. How's that possible? I did do a 45-minute walk this morning, which got me to like 5K, 5,000 steps. But I don't know where I fit in the others, but it happened. Maybe that's what happens when you go shopping. You go to the surf shop, go to the pharmacy, and you go to all the places. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you are on here, please say hi and hello in the comments. Hey, Jasmine. Good to have you here as well. And welcome to the Monday Private Practice Success Afternoon Walk. So I have been spending a lot of my day just on either at my desk, or if I get bored of that, go sit on the bed, writing up a presentation that I'm running this Wednesday. And it's on the topic of this live stream topic. Hey, Sarah. You're going to enjoy this training on Wednesday, Sarah, because you are in the academy. So this is actually an academy training that I was writing. Yes, I do. I'm going to acknowledge it. I write my trainings with 2 days notice. That's when I function optimally. I was not like this at university. I was one of those people that had assignments done 2 weeks before the deadline. But being in business has taught me so much behavioral flexibility. And now I do it like 2 days before, because I like it to have it nice and fresh in my memory. Anyway, so the topic for this training on Wednesday, the actual topic is called the two hats, because you're wearing two hats, the two hats supervision structure. And it's all about how to do this thing that is so common in private practice, because that's just the nature of our industry. We're actually wearing not one, but two hats. The line supervisor hat, you are responsible for the performance of your team, but also the clinical supervisor hat. We need to ensure that you are there in a supportive space to help your clinical team help their clients better. So I believe that probably 90% of private practices that are level 2 to level 4 private practices, I'm glad to hear that, Sarah, have practice owners that are in a situation where they wear these two hats. So if you're not sure what level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 private practices look like, that is in my book, The 7-Figure Practice. So between level 2 and 4 private practice owners normally are both a line supervisor as well as a clinical supervisor. And that generally is because for various reasons, they are not in a position to appoint a clinical supervisor per se in their private practice. Maybe they don't have the finances, the money to pay that person, because it normally needs to be a senior psych, highly experienced, and they demand a lot of money, right? Because that's what they're worth. But if you are taking on your first clinician, let's say going from solo private practice level 1 to level 2, where you're taking on your first clinician, maybe taking on a second or even a third. You probably, depending on how you set things up, but the majority of people I see out there do not have the additional money to pay what you would need to pay for a senior psych that is a clinical supervisor that's able to perform that role. So what happens by default, that role falls onto the practice owner. So it is a real skill to combine those two roles in an ethical way, a way to ensure that there's no power imbalances, a way that will ensure that the clinician gets the support that they need, okay? In a way that ensures that the practice owner can still do what they need to do in terms of performance management, right? Even if you've got contractors, when it comes to clinical governance, you can't just wash your hands anymore. The laws have changed, legislation has changed. Even if you've got contractors, you need to show a level of clinical governance. It is your responsibility to do that. Getting out of breath. Going up a hill. Doesn't look like a hill, but it's a hill. Hey, Mum and Dad. Thanks for joining me as always. So that's what we're talking about. So on Wednesday, I'm running a 90-minute training where we're talking on about how do we define this type of supervision, and is it really supervision? Is it something else? We talk about why we need to do it. Then we talk about the hot principles, how to do it well, how to do it effectively, how to do it ethically, and then taking everybody through the 5 steps, like the actual, this is how you do it. Step 1, first 5 minutes, this is what you do. Step 2, this is what you do. And step 1 to 5. So they get a whole template. They also get a cheat sheet where I'm going to set out what do you do in step 1 and how to do it. And then, so once we've looked at the model, the worksheets, then we also look at next steps for these practice owners in how to make sure that they do this well in a way that supports them, their practice, very importantly, their clinician team. So important. So if you are interested in doing this training or these types of trainings, please do reach out to me just here via direct message on Facebook. Tell me a bit about your practice. What's happening? How big is it? What do you do? What's your niche? What are you excited to work on? What is your challenges, right? Because we need to ensure that the academy is a great fit for you. We've got a number of private practices from around Australia in there already, and it's growing by the day. You can join at any time. Okay, you can join at any time. There's new trainings every month, but you can go back and watch all previous trainings because it's all recorded. And when you come in, we give you a plan. We tell you where to get the resources and the tools that you need, and then we keep you accountable for implementing it. It's everything you need in a mentoring or coaching program, and it's why I'm calling it Business School for Allied Health Professionals. So, I really should not be out of breath. It's not a good look, Gerda. But I thought, even though I've done my 10,000 steps, I'm still going to do half an hour. And I'm multitasking by talking to you guys. It's a great way to unwind, to process what I did today. Very selfish of me processing. But thank you so much for being here and listening. But also, I think it would be selfish of me not to tell you about the amazing support and resources, mentoring and coaching and training and learnings and insights that is available in the academy. It would be selfish of me to keep that limited to only the people in there right now. So by all means, do reach out if you are serious, only if you are serious about taking the actions that you need to take in order to grow, expand, streamline, and scale your private practice. If you don't have that commitment, don't reach out. I would still love to hear from you, but don't reach out and say you're interested in the academy. It's a 12-month commitment. This is for people taking their business serious, people that take their private practice really serious and who demand their practice to serve them instead of you just being a slave to your practice. For people that demand to have the time freedom, money freedom, including the impact that they deserve to have in this world. I love and leave you. Reach out here on Facebook via DM. And I can't wait to help you build a private practice you can't stop smiling about. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.